Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and we're going to be playing some Ascension 20 Slay the Spire today. We got a cat on top of the refrigerator. She's going to start complaining at some point. That's okay. We can get started. Actually, I'm going to go get my wrist brace. I'll be right back while we look at these. Niao's Lament, random rare card, random colorless card, swap out for boss relic. Never swap out for boss relic as Ironclad. Rare colorless card is neat, especially for all gold. That's pretty cheap. Niao's Lament is great if you can snipe a Mega Elite with it. Hey, good morning, Unbuzzbee. Let's see, do we have a snipe? We could potentially snipe this guy. Seems like that's the only one. I didn't think she was going to last on top of the refrigerator. Give me a sad little cry. Rare colorless card, usually what you're looking for is, whatchamacallit, Hand of Greed. Hand of Greed's great. Sometimes like a master strategy or secret weapon or secret technique are good. Ironclad can do a good job with sadism, or what's it called? Whatever. Sadism. Not as good as, like, Silent, obviously, but you can do it. Shockwave and stuff. So I think we are going to take the rare colorless card. Random rare card is good, but some rare cards are bad. There are some really insanely good rare cards, though, for Ironclad. It's like Feed and Inflame, Demon Form. Stuff that you're really happy to see right away. In fact, what's the worst outcome for Ironclad rare card right off the bat? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's some really bad ones. Barricade, Berserk, Brutality, Corruption, Exhume. Yeah, there's no way this is an option. There's so many bad ones. Even Limit Break doesn't do anything. Okay, so we're not going to do Rare Card, because we can't control it. We could do Niao's Lament, although it's a little bit wasted on Ironclad. Sometimes the question mark gives you a way to spend health, like if it's Shining Light, that's great. Because we can spend the health of the Shining Light and then get some back for this. Hey, Sir Artemal. Thanks for coming and saying hi. Unfortunately, this snipe path isn't really the path we want to take anyway, because there's only one elite on it. So we want to find like a 3 elite path. So I don't think we're doing Niao's Lament. So I guess it is rare colorless card, just because we don't want to boss relic swap rare card or Niao's Lament. And this one's fine. This is pretty cheap to pay for a rare colorless card, so I'll take it. No access to Greed, so we're gonna have to do something a little funky here. Mayhem is kind of nice. Once we get an upgrade especially. So we're choosing one of these 2-cost colorless powers. I do enjoy Magnetism, but I think I'm going to go with Mayhem here. Let's see. Mayhem has some kind of bad outcomes. If we pick Mayhem, we aren't super happy about seeing Disarm, and normally we're really happy about seeing Disarm. Because if we have Mayhem, we don't get to control where it's played, and it could get played, like, on a target with an artifact charge or something, or a target we're, like, about to kill. I don't know if I've ever done a Mayhem Ironclad, so I guess let's give it a shot. Alright, so what path are we taking? 2 elites on the right, a couple of fires. There isn't a 3 elite path. Yeah, we can do 2 elites on the left too. So maybe we do the Mega Elite then? So let's get ourselves to here and then decide if we want to do the Mega Elite or the Elite, which means we have to do him first. So we're ending up with this fire. We want to do 3 fights first. These rats both have 4 fights, so we'll go this way. No, let's go through a shop. We don't want to go through a shop. We'll just do 4 fights. That's fine. We'll still go here, because if it ends up being like Serpent or Shrine of Gold, maybe we do want to go to the shop. Probably not still, but... Alright, I guess Mayhem wants to get in there. 10 and 11 are basically the same number, because we're about to have our attack reduced, or our strikes reduced to 4 damage for the rest of the fight. And both of those are 3 strikes, so I'll put the higher one there. Okay. I guess I could have triple striked to block, but it's more block to do double defend. Taking 3 damage. Still could be plus 3 health on the fight, as long as we don't take any more. And we did. Okay. Hemokinesis, Wild Strike, or a Shockwave. Well, unfortunately, Hemokinesis and Wild Strike are both kind of bad with Mayhem, but for different reasons. Hemokinesis can just kill us. There's sometimes when you just don't want to play Hemokinesis. And Wild Strike shuffles a wound into the deck, so we can end up drawing and playing a wound with Mayhem, which is a waste of an opportunity. Since we don't take like, normally wounds aren't that bad, because you can, like, you draw a 5-card hand, and you can spend 3 energy on doing stuff in it. Without playing the wound, but Mayhem doesn't exhaust the card; it just plays it. No. But with Mayhem, it just plays the card. It doesn't care whether it's the most efficient way to spend the energy or not. So it just wastes a proc. It's probably going to be Wild Strike anyway. There is a lot of Ironclad status synergy, but the status synergy really works poorly with Mayhem. Yeah, actually, status synergies in Mayhem are like a total nightmare together, because Mayhem will play like your second wins and stuff, and get rid of cards that you need. So I don't know if we can actually do status synergy. So maybe we should take the Shockwave. Shockwave is really good with Mayhem, because if Mayhem plays Shockwave, you're pretty much always happy with that, and it costs 2, so you're getting extra value out of the Mayhem. We do kind of want to choose expensive things to go with Mayhem. I'm a little bit wary about picking a non-attack on floor 1, especially when I'm offered 2 attacks. But I think Wild Strike is probably worse than Shockwave. Shockwave is a great card, so yeah, I'm never too upset to see Shockwave. Right, it's Golden Idol. We have to give up a little bit of current HP if we want to get Golden Idol, either through the max HP or through the large amount of current HP path. I think we're actually going to do current HP this time. Despite the fact that we are going through 4 hallway fights, we're only fighting 2 elites. So this is an opportunity for us to spend health to get something, and that something is continuing to have my max health and kind of Golden Idol. I think we're taking the damage here. We could take the injury. I guess we don't have the money to go to the shop after this, but all right. Kind of a weird choice here, but I think this is correct. Ouch. So we really got to focus on healing in these fights. Not that I would ever not focus on healing, but so we can stay up at full health here. Shockwave's our only way to block here. I guess Double Strike also blocked. And in fact blocked for more. Maybe that was wrong. Strike Double Defense seems better than Mayhem. Okay. Well, that didn't go great. Fire breathing would be good if we picked the, whatever, the strike gives you a wound. Warcry doesn't go together with Mayhem, because there's no way... Oh wait, it's at the start of your turn, but Mayhem's after you draw your hand, right? So you can't, like, Warcry something on the top and then have Mayhem play it. Fire breathing's really good against sentries. It is damage, kinda. We can take True Grit. I think I will take True Grit. Yuck. Alright, we're gonna have to play True Grit Defend. I guess we could Shockwave True Grit. Breaks his damage down to 8 and then blocks for 7. That seems fine. Or I guess it's 9. Okay. Extend the Vulnerable, I think, is slightly preferable to do slightly more damage. Alright, let's still have that Mayhem. Really need to get that Mayhem upgraded. Ooh, we put a True Grit in a Mayhem deck. What am I thinking? We need the True Grit upgraded really badly too, because otherwise it's gonna just snipe random cards out of the deck for the rest of the run. A regen pot. Okay, so it's time to drink the blood pot. Whirlwind is good. Whirlwind's kind of scary in a Mayhem deck, because Mayhem will just play Whirlwind and take all my energy, which might not be what we want to do. I think we have to take an attack. The next fight is a hard pool fight. If we don't pick a Whirlwind, we're going to miss it. Okay. Shockwave blocks, so that's Shockwave Strike is the line. Let's go ahead and throw the regen pot in there too. This fight's likely to be long enough to get full use out of it, and I don't want to get stuck discarding a potion. Alright, defend blocks, strikes are more damage efficient than Whirlwind. Really getting a backlog of upgrades that we need. We need a Mayhem upgrade, we need a True Grit upgrade, and we need a Whirlwind upgrade. But all pretty badly. Mayhem True Grit seems like the clear pick. Block out. Develop the thing. Does Whirlwind take all your energy if Mayhem plays it? I assume it does, but maybe it doesn't. It does not. Oh, okay. So Whirlwind is good with Mayhem. I was wrong. Interesting. Man, we'd really have a status synergy deck coming together if we'd been picking those cards. We didn't. I think I'll choose Reckless Charge anyway. Reckless Charge has just got some crazy good stuff with Ironclad. We need the damage. Although it's not a good card to play with Mayhem. Because it costs 0, so you're kind of getting less value than you would normally get. But I think I'll take it anyway. Okay, we need to get an upgrade here. And I think it needs to be on True Grit. As much as I would like to get the Mayhem upgrade, having True Grit exhaust a random card is really bad. Maybe the Whirlwind needs the upgrade the most? Goes up to 8. Whirlwind does get a pretty huge upgrade. Yeah, Mayhem, True Grit, or Whirlwind I think are all in contention here. We actually haven't had that much problem playing Mayhem, which is kind of strange because it's expensive. Let's do True Grit. Okay, it is Sentries. Shockwave would apply the vulnerable. So we could Shockwave True Grit to block out. And have some vulnerable dudes for next turn. I don't think it's likely to matter, but I guess that's what I'll do. I think we're using the, oh, we should have used Plated Steel last turn, I think. It's not as good now. Mayhem's not good in this fight, it's just going to play a Daze a bunch of the time. So I think we're happy to double defend strike here. Yeah, Whirlwind Reckless Charge, that's fine. Helps get me out of this stupid fight. Okay. Ouch. If we bash strike on front sentry, we could get lethal on him next turn. Okay. I think we took like 30 damage in that fight, so not a great outcome. Let's see. Do we get Clothesline? Clothesline's good with Mayhem. It's kind of a block card. We've got quite a bit of debuffs with the weak and vulnerable. Get an extra source of weak. We're gonna see more cards than normal in this run with the question card, so we don't have to be super desperate to choose cards that aren't great. And Clothesline's not amazing against Guardian. He is fairly weak to weak because he has rounding problems, but you need lots of block cards against Guardian, and Clothesline is not that. With Clothesline in your deck, you can convince yourself that you're good at blocking by weakening people and then blocking them, but that doesn't really work against Guardian because you get damage return when you hit him. I think we just skip here. Okay, this is our decision point, and the Scrappy basically confirms that we're going to go right and try and get this one instead. I think we'll probably reach in here twice. Or once. Dead Branch, huh? Alright, we're looking for Corruption. It's on. We already got a Reckless Charge and a Shockwave. And a True Grit. Stone Calendar's good. If we pick Sapphire Key, we can pick up Curse Key and not feel as bad about it. I think let's take Stone Calendar. This run just became all about Corruption, right? Because we have Dead Branch. So I think we're actually not even going to risk this Elite. Although the Elite does give us a higher chance of getting Corruption. I think we're just going to go to this Fire. Just to guarantee we survive the Act. Because Dead Branch is such a huge power spike that we've like gotten all the power we need to get in Act 1 now. That probably kills us. We go into this next fight with 2 health. We do really need upgrades though. If it hit like Whirlwind Mayhem, I'd be pretty happy to make this trade. But it's probably just going to hit like Defend Strike, so I think we skip it. Yeah, we've got all the power we need from Act 1. I was just saying that, so we don't need to trade health from where we are now. That's just risky. Unnecessary. Yeah, there's no way we were getting out of this fight. He would have just killed us this turn. Okay. Well, this fight's pretty fast, so I don't know if we have time for Mayhem. Let's just go ahead and Bash Strike him. This does 21 damage. Not enough for lethal, so we'll go ahead and double block first. Take 1. 4 damage plus 10 is 14 plus 9. Yeah, it's lethal. Okay. Alright, we get a second chance at a Whirlwind. Sever Soul exhausted stuff, which is good with Dead Branch. Probably looking for Corruption to exhaust our skills. I don't have anything that combos with Rupture at all. Although if we pick Blue Candle and Necronomicon, then Rupture, Dead Branch gives us both unlimited cards and unlimited strength, which is neat. But that's a relic and a rare event away, so I don't think we're looking for that. Second chance at Whirlwind here. I don't think we need a second one. I want an upgrade, but I also want to make sure I survive the act. Let's just rest. We can rest, and if we still feel confident, we can just upgrade here. I think I'm going to do a hallway fight. The remaining Act 1 events aren't great. There's like Serpent and whatever, fishing with the box thing. I guess fishing with the box thing is pretty good. But we really need card rewards so that we can find Corruption, so that we can Corruption Dead Branch. Alright, True Grit Defend blocks out. Or we could just Mayhem True Grit. We got Mayhem True Grit. Gotta get in the practice of True Gritting first because of the branch. Yeah, this doesn't split him, so we can do that pretty freely. Okay, Bash Pummel splits. Actually, Pummel doesn't do much damage. Maybe Bash Strike is better. Defend Shockwave is also an option. Nah, I think we'll split him now. So this does 8, this does 6, so Pummel does do more damage. A Bludgeon has entered the lobby. Let's see what the Dead Branch card is. Whirlwind. Not particularly good here, so we'll just keep defending and take 1. Why do I have a Juggernaut in hand? Where did that come from? Oh, it must have been Dead Branch. We can bludgeon this guy to block the damage. We could Whirlwind to hit for 15, not quite enough. We could also Bash Strike. Okay. Alright. I was thinking double tap Bash, but that's not lethal. I guess I'll just Bash Reckless Charge. And get lethal next turn. Cool. Flame Barrier is amazing. Combust goes with the Rupture we didn't pick. Yeah, let's take Flame Barrier. It's really good if we get Corruption, too. We could do another fight for more card rewards. I don't hate that. Sure. Yeah, let's go hunting. Give me that Corruption. Oh, crap. This feels like it was a mistake. Alright, they're hitting me for 25. Let's Mayhem and hope for a miracle. Give me that Mayhem Whirlwind. Oh my god, it happened. Wow. It's better to be lucky than good, that's for sure. Okay, so we want to do the smallest amount of damage to Mad Gremlin that kills him, and that is going to be Reckless Charge Strike, and then we bash the wizard. Alright, well we made it out of the fight, which is good. No corruption. Seeing Red does say exhaust. I think Seeing Red is just good enough by itself in the presence of Dead Branch, because it like gives you an extra energy, and it gives you a card to play with that energy. So I'll pick Seeing Red. Also I have a Whirlwind, so... Alright, I think we can pick up an upgrade here. Without feeling too guilty about it. Whirlwind and Mayhem still the top contenders here. Whirlwind is better in this specific fight, because Mayhem is just going to get down at some point anyway. The one energy matters a little bit less in long fights. But I think Mayhem is better overall. So let's pick Mayhem. Alright. Let's play Seeing Red first to see what the card is. Body Slam. Okay, let's do Shockwave for the same reason. Juggernaut. Okay. I guess let's just play... Maybe trigger the defend and then Body Slam Reckless Charge. So this would do 9, so it would end up doing 13. And then this would do 10. So doing 23. Yeah, I think we need to do some damage or else we're going to get whacked next turn. We gotta shrug it off. Okay. Drat. We didn't break him, so I guess we'll block as much as we can. Get some Dead Branch cards. Bash, and then whatever card does the most damage. Probably Strike, unfortunately. Yeah. We could dual wield our Mayhem. We'd have to take 5 for the privilege, but I think I'm pretty happy to do that. I was assuming I was going to play it, but actually let's see if we want to. Like Distilled Chaos. No, I don't think this is the turn for Distilled Chaos. I think we're just going to Mayhem defend. And then we'll get the one Mayhem to play the other Mayhem. Right. That happens in this fight. Let's trigger the Iron Wave. Iron Wave's terrible. Okay. And shrug it off. So now Body Slam does a bunch of damage. And we're safe. Alright. Gee. I guess Juggernaut Defend is fine. Both of these cards give us access to the top 3 cards of the deck, which both cause a shuffle. We should probably play one of them. Let's play Juggernaut and then Distilled Chaos and see if we can get some block out of it. Okay. And then defend, I suppose. Oh, we're splitting him. Oops. Didn't see that. Okay. Let's shrug it off and try and find the other Mayhem. No. We can trigger away the Strike and then Body Slam him. Seems good. Get an extra trigger back. Alright, and he's dead. We got there. A little bit scary. No corruption. Which is definitely something we were looking for. Demon form gives us a way to scale. I think we probably want demon form, especially with the mayhem. So mayhem can play demon form. So anything that costs any like expensive power is a great mayhem target. Other options here. Limit Break says exhaust on it, so it triggers Dead Branch. So does Reaper. Exhume also triggers Dead Branch. Hey, YTI. How's it going? Well, we can't get Demon Form and Limit Break. those are in the same card pick with each other. I mean, honestly, the Limit Break by itself can get you crazy strength. Just like Limit Break Headbutt is the real Limit Break combo. Like, Demon Form does give you a place to get started from, but so does, like, Gira or Vajra or something. Duvudal. But I do think Demon Form's the one here. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, yep, that's the thing. You have to upgrade it to make it not exhaust. And that's how you double your strength 6 times and get to 1,000. I think it's Demon Form here, though. We need a place to start our strength scaling from. It's not going to be very helpful in hallway fights, but I think we're okay in hallway fights. Alright. Astrolabe's great. Always happy to see that. Busted Crown is not too bad. We do have a question card. So we would still see 2 cards instead of 1. But we are looking pretty specifically for corruption because we have Dead Branch. I should call this out because I'm always talking about the not like zeroing in on corruption Dead Branch. I think once you have Dead Branch, if you get Dead Branch first and your deck is sort of like roughly compatible with doing Dead Branch corruption stuff, you should 100% go for it. So I think we're going to take Astrolabe. Astrolabe can get us a corruption, as well as it gets rid of some strikes. Strikes end up being sort of the bane of your deck once you're doing Dead Branch corruption and stuff, so let's get rid of them. It does kind of suck to have 3 energy with a demon form in the deck. Also, YTI, I very much disagree with Demon Form doesn't see a lot of play. Demon Form gets played all the time. Demon Form is super good. I think that there are some of those streamers out there. I know I don't want to pick on Redbeardy, but I know Redbeardy hates Demon Form, but I vehemently disagree. Demon Form is a win condition for sure, and sometimes you need that. Alright, what happened there? So Second Wind is very scary with Mayhem. We're going to get lots of cards just randomly exhausted. But there's not too much we can do about that now. Entrench and Juggernaut. Well, this just got pretty weird. I'm not sure what we're doing now. Entrench is also a terrible card with Mayhem because you don't have any block at the beginning of your turn. So doubling it doesn't do much. Although it is an Entrench Plus. Entrench Plus is quite a bit better of a card than Entrench Minus. So I'm not too upset to see Entrench Plus. Juggernaut Plus is good, but yeah, I mean, I do like seeing Juggernaut and Second Wind. Juggernaut and Second Wind it tells me, like, find a Feel No Pain, right? Like, Second Wind, Feel No Pain, Juggernaut is a thing you can do. It makes the Demon Form feel a little bit outmoded, but that's fine. Pretty weird outcome for sure. We're way behind on damage now. I was expecting to get some damage back, but we did not get any. Got some decent block, but no damage, so our only damage now is 2 strikes, a bash, a reckless charge, and a whirlwind. And whatever Dead Branch decides to give us. But Dead Branch is going to give us a lot of stuff, so. Juggernaut is damage, that's true. I don't really trust Juggernaut, mostly because, like, it costs 2, so it's hard to play in hallway fights, and it's a power, so, like, you can't do it on turn 1. Or you don't get a lot of value from it out of turn 1. So I'm just afraid of dying to hallway fights. Alright. What are we looking for here? We don't really want to shop. We can. Actually, we do want to shop. Shops are guaranteed to have powers. That power could be corruption. Corruption is very good. We can't go to a shop and 2 fights, because we're forced into a 3rd one. Or actually, that's not true. We can do that. Do that, and then this elite, and then, like, another shop. 2 elites in the act. Doesn't look like there's a 3 elite path, so 2 elites is gonna have to be good enough. And I think I like the early shop. 246 is not amazing, but since we're looking for corruption, I'm willing to do it. Birds. Flame Barrier is really good. Flame Barrier Mayhem seems great. I guess seeing red first to see what we get. Pummel. So we could just knock a bird down. We could knock down this bird. Flame Barrier Mayhem, knock him down. This is like the best possible turn 1 birds. So savor this for the dark times. Should have played the Pummel first to see what the Dead Branch card was. This is about the best turn 1 birds I've ever had. Yum. Whirlwind kills both of these. It kills them both with 3 energy. Yeah, 4 energy Whirlwind is that's true too. That's nice. This fight is already over. I don't need to think too hard. I am taking damage. Disgraceful. I'll just kill you. And go get a Dead Branch card. Just for fun. Okay. It's true. Thinking is good. If Spire has taught me anything, thinking is good. Heavy Blade helps us bootstrap our damage back up. I was complaining about low damage at the end of Act 1. So Heavy Blade gets that right back online, especially with the Demon form. Spot Weakness is nice too. Spot Weakness kind of doubles up with Demon form. We don't really need to stack that too much. And we really just need a strength payoff, and Heavy Blade is that. I would prefer a Sword Boomerang, but Heavy Blade is slightly better with Mayhem. Workrite does say exhaust, that's true. Apparitions, huh? We have to give up quite a bit of current HP. They do say exhaust on them, though. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a position where Mayhem plays an Apparition, I don't think you're too upset. I mean, sometimes you don't want to play Apparition, but I would say the majority of the time there's an Apparition in your hand, you probably want to play it. We are looking for exhaust cards because of Dead Branch. We have a Dead Branch. I wouldn't say we're looking for them, but we have a Dead Branch, so it matters when we get them. It just costs so much current HP. We go down to 37 max HP, so we lose like 27 HP. What's really good about Apparitions, though, is you can, like, play... Once we're a 4 energy deck, we can play, like, Apparition Demon form. And so we can, like, get the turn off that we need to play Demon form. which is hard to do without apparitions. Let's just... Apparitions are just good on Ironclad because you have Exhume. You can go back and get them. Plus we could find like a feed or something and get our max HP back. I don't know. Okay. Nope, that's not corruption. There's orange pellets. Can we do anything with orange pellets? We don't have a flex or anything. We do have quite a few powers. Checking out Demon Form Mayhem. Dark Embrace is an option for sure. Let's see. Shrug it off is good. Card remove one of the remaining strikes. Or maybe we want to card remove the Entrench. Not super happy with the Entrench. I guess we could generate a Juggernaut and then Entrench is maybe good. Because you can't play like Second Wind and then Entrench, you know. I guess you can with Dark Embrace. The thing about Dark Embrace is normally you kind of need it with corruption decks because you're like, otherwise you run out of gas, but you don't run out of gas with Dead Branch. Yeah, exactly. So like if you play Dark Embrace, you exhaust a card and then you generate one and draw one, so you just end up with like full hand and like you can't play any of the cards because you're like generating new ones all the time, and you just it's kind of a Clown Fiesta. I'm not really willing to pay 2 to begin a Clown Fiesta. So how about we just do like orange pellets card remove? That seems pretty sensible. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing with the orange pellets, but maybe we find a flex. There's always flex pots and the mutagen mutation and stuff. There's things to do with it. Sure, Berserk, I guess. Double defend and trench seems fine. Pretty slow, but... let's see what Seeing Red decides to do. Clothesline. Do 4 energy Whirlwind. Only hits for 20, though. It's not really enough. So let's go ahead and trigger the Clothesline and see what we get there. There's the flex. Okay, so now we like flex Mayhem Whirlwind and purge the strength down. Neat. Thanks, Orange Pellets. If we Juggernaut Second Wind, do we take damage? We burn 3 cards, so we block for 21, plus 5 is 26. So, yeah, they're hitting for 32. So we're going to need Apparition, so might as well Apparition now so that we can see what Dead Branch does. Okay. Hey, Wishing Poo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I guess we could Shockwave them too. Juggernaut doesn't really seem like it has a point since we're not playing Second Wind this turn. I think Bash is just a better Shockwave. We're going to draw an Apparition next turn, so we don't care about their attacks. We just care about the vulnerable, and this one does damage. I guess Shockwave generates a card, but... Okay. This is kind of a rough spot. Strike is 12. This is probably strike to try and kill him before he leaves. Oh crap, oh my god. Alright, fine. I'll restart the fight. I just like misclicked. That's embarrassing. Okay. So it was double defend, entrench, reckless charge you. And this turn got kind of complicated. We seeing red first, then we triggered the clothesline, got a flex, played the mayhem, played the whirlwind. And then we apparition bashed. Okay, now we're back. And we strike you. Oh, look at that. I guess I should have actually dual-wielded the strike. But whatever, that's a mistake I made last time, too. Okay. So we have Bash, Reckless Charge for damage. I guess Trigger It can also find something theoretically. 12 plus 11 is enough to kill Mugger or Looter. Doesn't really matter which one. Okay, so let's let Trigger It find a miracle. Okay. That's not very useful. Yeah, doesn't matter what I pick. Exhume could go get a Seeing Red, which is energy neutral, and maybe generates a card that does something. Blood for Blood is almost a card that does something. Havoc would play the Demon form, since we just put that back on top. Maybe I should have put the Bash back on top in anticipation of Havoc. That would have been a good play. Yeah, if I'd done that, I would have lethal. I'd be able to blood for blood one, Havoc, Reckless Charge the other one. We could use a Swift Pot and then Havoc and try to get something else. If it hits Whirlwind, do we get it? Whirlwind hits for... no, just 10. Yeah, I really should put the Bash on top. I totally didn't think about Havoc. He's at 26, so that's not good. Wait, it said exhaust it. Oh, it doesn't count because it's a power. Can't be exhausted. Okay. Second Heavy Blade, metallicize 4 pellets. Clash. Heavy Blade is really good with Mayhem, but I don't know if I want 2 of them. I think we're good here. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. I think I was planning on going here, because I didn't want another hallway fight. Yeah. Okay, the special relic is super, super good, because we have orange pellets, so let's do that. I don't know if we're going to win a fight against an elite here, but I guess we have to try. No powers, unfortunately. I think we're going to use Swiftbot to try and draw a power here. Oh, yeah, so Mutagenetic Strength gives you temporary strength, which works the same as all other temporary strength. So you get 3 permanent strength and 3 strength down. And so if you use orange pellets, you purge the strength down, because it's a debuff. We still didn't find a power. We want to do some damage, so Flame Barrier I think is happening. Apparition blocks for 2, so just defend. If we play Apparition now... Yeah, I should have played Apparition first, because it could have gotten, like, Seeing Red or something. It doesn't really work now. But I'll just spend the energy on Whirlwind. Palisades Inflame. It would have given it power, too. That's embarrassing. Alright, let's play Mayhem and Apparition Metallicize. Metallicize blocks the damage. This is an extremely difficult deck to play correctly. I'm having a lot of trouble. Seeing Red is pretty much always first, I think. Demon Form's Second Wind is something we could do to develop Demon Form and block. It exhausts 1, 2, 3 cards, so we block for 21. That blocks out. That's true. Yeah, Corruption from Dead Branch, definitely a possibility. Other things we could do, we could like... we could play Juggernaut, Second Wind, Iron Wave. Not sure why that would be better. Yeah, Demon Form Second Wind is the first line I talk about. We could... Yeah, I guess double tapping the Iron Wave blocks twice. That's kind of neat. So we could like Juggernaut, double tap Iron Wave. That's fine. We should have probably played the deck spot on the first turn when we played the Flame Barrier. But I think Demon Form Second Wave Second Wind is pretty fine here. We do lose like Juggernaut and Evolve and stuff, but we get some stuff back, so whatever. Another Second Wind. Okay. Alright. Apparition first, see what Dead Branch decides to do. Okay, so we've got Metallicize, so his attack is not too concerning. He is still hitting us for 2. The biggest part about getting hit for 2 is that he will put 2 wounds in our deck, which is kind of bad. So we probably want to defend, and I guess like Strike Cleave does more damage. He's already got 3 vulnerable, so Bash is, the vulnerable from Bash is not very valuable. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's worth 3 health, I think. Okay. Aha, there's the surprise Second Wind from Mayhem. Actually works pretty well with Dead Branch, I don't mind that too much. We could Sever Soul and throw them all away again. We're blocking for 15, we need to block for 30. We could block for 9 with Rage, and then 3 with that, so we'd end up taking like 3 damage. It's less than we would take if we played Offering. We also generate... we generate... well, we don't generate any block, we don't have a Feel No Pain. We generate a Dead Branch card. Sure. Another Juggernaut. Is Double Tap Heavy Blade lethal? It is. Okay, made it through. Oddly Smooth Stone. Brutality is good with the Rampage and other card that we didn't pick. Or sorry, not Rampage. What is that card called? The cards that hurt you and do stuff. Let's see. More powers is good because we really, really want powers now because we have Mutagenic Strength and Orange Pellets. Rupture, thank you. So I could just take Brutality just for the sake of being a 0-cost power. Seems wrong. Also, brutality with apparitions, like that's a significant chunk of our max HP. Picking 0-cost cards is not great with Mayhem, because we would end up playing cards that cost 0, getting less benefit. We passed on a Dark Embrace at the store, but this one's free. The other one was 80 gold. So it's on a little bit different terms. But we already have the Dark Embrace, or not the Dark Embrace, the Dead Branch. I don't know if we super need that. It's also very expensive. We're unlikely to upgrade it, so we've got other stuff we need to upgrade, like the Demon Form, Apparitions, Seeing Red, Heavy Blade. Corruption if we get it. Whirlwind. A lot of stuff to do. Yeah, I think we don't need any of these. Just need that Corruption. Where is it? Turn 1 Demon Form seems fine. Almost got the Orange Palace proc. Just no skill. I guess we could have Stecco oiled to try and find a skill. Didn't think about that. True Grit and Trench blocks for a bunch. We don't really need that much block. But it costs 0, so might as well. I guess just True Grit blocks out. I want to play the Bludgeon. Alright, I would love to purge debuffs here because we are vulnerable and weak, and it looks like we have the opportunity to do so. I think we're just playing everything that isn't strike. Okay. I guess we're stacking up Apparition Cistern. But first, a note from our sponsors, the Branch. That's probably lethal. Yeah, seems like it is. Okay. We don't have any side quests or anything, so let's go for it. There's a flex we can put in our deck. Makes the orange pellets a little bit more relevant. I think no, actually. It's fun to set up, like, flex orange pellets things, but we've only got 3 powers, I think. Mayhem, Demon Form, and Juggernaut. So we'd only get to proc that 3 times, and that's only if we waited for flex to line up with each of the powers, which is not something we're really willing to wait for. That takes a long time, and we already got a strength scaling plan, so I don't think we need to flex orange pellets, as much as I do enjoy flex orange pellets. Trinket says exhaust on it. We do need some upgrades. Maybe armaments is an option. Upgrades our apparitions. It's not a very impactful card, though. It's basically just to defend. Yeah, we skip it. Give me that corruption. Seeing rate goes up to 3? Oh no, it goes down to costing 0. I guess that's basically the same. Demon Form scales quite a bit faster, 50% extra Demon Form. Heavy Blade gets, whatever, 66% extra scaling. Or 40%, depending on your basis point for the measurement. Shockwave gets some extra value. Whirlwind is more efficient. Apparitions are good for upgrades. I think we'll go with that Demon Form, though. Strawberry is pretty impactful if we've apparitioned, so I think I'll take it. Versus a potential curse key. This is a pretty interesting decision. I think I'm going to go to the shop. I think 166 is enough that most of the time we'll be able to buy corruption if it's there. I don't think it's a guarantee. Let's go to shop. No corruption. We could remove a card. Chemical Axe is pretty relevant. We have a Whirlwind. The dupe pot here. Sword boomerang is additional strength scaling. Are we just removing the last strike if we card remove? Yes. I think strike is worse than entrench, probably. Well, we're 3 energy deck, so Chemical X would take us up to 5. And 5 is a lot. It's fairly expensive. Costs us a card remove. Not a super impressive shop. We could just go to another shop. Really look for that extra corruption. I don't love the Snecko Oil, so I wouldn't hate throwing that away for a dupe pot. I guess it's Chemical X, though. Ritual Dagger. I think Ritual Dagger is probably a no. Mostly because, like, we have to kill people when our apparitions run out. Demon Form forces us to end fights. Mayhem forces us to end fights. So I don't think the Ritual Dagger is going to be very productive. It is just like a big attack that says exhaust on it. So that's something. But 6 health is not nothing either. Going down to 31. I would like to get an upgrade here, and I don't think we're... Well, we're probably still taking an upgrade if we take the dagger. Yeah, exactly. It's just really awkward with Mayhem. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass. Let's get that Whirlwind upgraded. It seems pretty important now that we have Chemical X. Kind of weird to prioritize all these upgrades over apparitions. Do we feel like we want a Mega Elite? It can't be Book of Stabbing, so it's either Gremlin Leader or whatchamacallem, Slavers. In both of those fights, Whirlwind Plus and Whirlwind Plus Chemical X is pretty incredible. But if it's Slavers and we get Whirlwind on turn 1, we just, like, win that turn, right? We got, like, 40 AoE damage, and it kills, like, 2 of the Slavers. Only Taskmaster is left. If we don't get Whirlwind, it's a whole different story, but... we could even get Seeing Red into Whirlwind. I mean, we have to fight an Elite either way, right? It could be Slavers in either of these. What if we lose, like, 10 health here? And then we end up, like, dodging the Mega Elite and skipping both. Be pretty bad. Yeah, let's go fight him. I think this is a good fight for us. Shockwave doesn't do much. We could play it just to generate a card. Let's play True Grit to generate a card. If we get a 0-cost power, we get to purge debuffs. Alright, we'll just bash, I think. We haven't gotten the Mutagenic Strength Orange Pellets thing off yet. Or wait, did we? I think maybe we did once. Alright, there's Whirlwind. I don't think we can skip Apparition this turn. Considering we would take 21 damage, and that's a huge portion of our health. Whirlwinding for 4 does 36, still killing Sentry. If we did it for 3, if we played Apparition, Mayhem, and Whirlwind, it would hit for 24 and would fail to kill Sentry. But then we can Reckless Charge him to death. And we get Mayhem down. Yeah, I think I like getting Mayhem down. Limit break, okay. Well, we don't currently have any strength, so that's not useful. Juggernaut Second Wind does some stuff. I think we probably want to play Apparition first. A second Juggernaut. We could just play Heavy Blade and take 2. Let's just play Second Wind and draw some cards, or generate some cards. See if they are any good. 6 HP is more than I was planning on losing this fight. I would like to heal if possible, so I'm going to skip this. Seeing Red Apparition Demon Form lets us... that's a good point. We would have lost only 1 health. Apparition Demon Form lets us develop Demon Form. Probably don't super need to develop Demon Form. But there's not really anything else super productive we can do this turn. Okay. Didn't like that hand anyway. Limit Break Heavy Blade does a lot of damage. Probably want to play Power Through so we're not taking damage though. So I guess just Power Through Heavy Blade. Seems fine. This is probably lethal, right? Limit Break, Bash, Reckless Charge. I would assume that's lethal. We have second Reckless Charge, in case there was any doubt. Okay. Yeah, it actually was quite in doubt. I didn't count it, but it was only 1 over. We could take Carnage just to leave it in hand. I mean, I didn't count it because of the second Reckless Charge. I was like, that doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, I should have counted it either way. Yeah, I don't think we want any of these. I keep thinking about Warcry. I keep saying no, but maybe the situation has changed for Warcry now that we have apparitions. Put an apparition back on top. Save it for later. Seems pretty good. Also, this deck wouldn't hate a Havoc. If we have a Warcry, we could pick Havoc, maybe. Alright, I will take 1 Warcry. I think there was an upgraded one earlier, so maybe I should have taken that one, but... Alright, it is Strength, Gremlin. We have turn 1 Whirlwind, so that seems good. We can Warcry the Apparition back on top. Let's do the Warcry first, just to see what's going on. Perfected Strike. Perfectly useless. Alright, 55 AoE damage on turn 1, like that. I guess we develop Juggernaut. I think this doesn't trigger Juggernaut, right? Yeah. Combust is pretty good in the fight. Let's play Seeing Red first. See what's going on. Okay, we want that. Man, we still don't have any strength. Let's see what Juggernaut hits that guy. So we could kill him now. And I think I will. I don't want those debuffs. Maybe I don't care about debuffs. I mean, the alternative is just Combust Defend, and the Defend doesn't really do anything, so I guess I will kill him. Okay. Well, this seems dangerous. We need some card draw so we can get the apparition. Let's trigger a strike. I guess second wind and hope for card draw. We actually did a pretty decent amount of block there, too. Iron Wave, Headbutt kills him. Headbutt first so that the Juggernaut damage is guaranteed to hit leader. Actually, no. Iron Wave first, because if the Juggernaut damage hits Mad Gremlin, it hits him. It kills him perfectly. Oh, great. Not sure what we're headbutting, but something, presumably. He's not attacking next turn, so we could take Bludgeon, but I think we want... Or we could take Whirlwind, but I think we want to save Whirlwind. For after he has summoned, so I think I'll take Bludgeon. Oh, that's true. Disarm could have... I forgot Disarm was exhausting. Drat. We've been skipping those apparition upgrades, and Slay the Spire has noticed, hey, it doesn't seem like you're upgrading your apparitions. Looks like I'll just give those to you on all the bad turns. How about that? We can do 21 damage, getting him pretty close. We would take 5 in the process. Next turn, Stone Calendar is going off, so all we have to do is defend this turn, we win. Okay, we got there. Not a big Snecker Oil fan. Don't need to hold on to it. Second Whirlwind Plus I think is pretty much automatically good. We have a Chemical X and Strength Scaling, so I think that's a winner. Alright, looks like we're in position to get another upgrade. Heavy Blade could use an upgrade. Apparitions. Gosh, who's even our boss? Collector. I don't know how I just like didn't even look at who the boss was the entire act. Warcry could use an upgrade. I think I've been punished enough for having unupgraded apparitions, but I will comply. Darn it. Alright, well I guess Juggernaut Second Wind is okay. You really want me to give up my health here. If I gain 2 energy and draw Demon Form, I think we're upset. So I think we're going to hold Offering for later. Potentially when we're intangible, so that we can do that the smart way. Both Whirlwinds, that's said. Try for a power. That's a good point. We should have, yeah. Actually, that's a really good point. I'm going to do that. So it's Juggernaut Second Wind to do damage. And then we let's see. So Juggernaut Second Wind is actually, we've played a power and a skill, so we actually just need to play an attack, and we have an attack in hand, so Offering is guaranteed to work. So now we have to play the attack over Mayhem, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to keep our 3 strength. Neato. We can Warcry Mayhem back on top if we want. Sir Artemal, I think you're a little bit correct, because I had seen the hand in the future, but the way it worked out, it was in my hand. It was just a mistake to not do it. Yeah, let's put Mayhem back on top. See, now this is where you get into trouble, Safe's coming, because normally I think I would consider putting Whirlwind on top, but I can't I can't convince myself to forget that I already know that the next card is also Whirlwind, because I had 2 Whirlwinds in my hand last time. So, like, no matter what I do, I'm gonna know that Whirlwind is already available next turn. I can't, there's no way to not know that. Which is unfortunate. I think Mayhem on top is correct. Next turn he attacks, though, usually. And we could be in some trouble, but I think Mayhem's the correct decision. Wait, free limit break. This actually hits for some damage here. Neat. Apparition's doing the blocking. So let's do that and develop Mayhem. And do some damage with Whirlwind. Alright, we don't have to play this apparition because it is upgraded. But it seems like we probably want to play it anyway. I guess Flame Barrier Entrench is quite a bit of block. Goes up to 19 and then 38. And it might kill one of these torch heads. Yeah, 38 actually blocks out by itself. It did kill a torch head. Could kill both. We're coming up on turn 4. I believe next turn is turn 4. So he's going to debuff, so I might as well just kill this torch head to remove him for a couple of turns. Normally you want to save a low health torch head, but on that specific turn it's probably a good idea not to. We got the Demon Form Mayhem combo. That's incredible. Let's generate a card. Not too exciting, let's generate more cards. Fiend Fire, now we're talking. We generated a couple of copies of Inflame. Unexpected. Okay. Maybe should have saved one of those for purging debuffs next turn. Didn't think about that. Oh, okay. Second wind is happening. We should probably purge debuffs. We have an attack and a skill and a power. Havoc or spot weakness for the skill. Let's see. What can Havoc do? Havoc could play Whirlwind, which would actually... oh, did I already play a skill? I think you're probably right. Let's see, it was... Oh yeah, second wind. Yep, that's a skill. Okay, so we don't have to play that. Fire breathing is always happening. I think I'm going to play Havoc anyway to try and find some block. Nope. Let's Reckless Charge to purge the debuffs and see how much damage he's doing. 21. I guess I might as well strike scale a little bit. What was that? Oh, it was the Daze. So Daze got in the discard here. Normally can't do that. Thunderclap Strike does a lot of damage. He is dying to Stone Calendar next turn, so nothing we do really matters. Okay. Cool. Feed is great. We are Apparition people, so getting some max HP back would be nice. Exhume is also really good for if you're playing Apparitions, because you can exhume your Apparitions. You're right, Sir Animal. My justification for not picking Ritual Dagger extends to Feed, because it is difficult for us to control when we end fights, and Feed is all about controlling when you end fights. Berserk Orange Belts is pretty nice. It seems like if we're playing Berserk, we pretty much always trigger Orange Pellets on that turn. Playing a zero-cost power that gains us 1 energy seems really good with a 3-energy Demon Form deck. What is our attack skill balance like? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I didn't count that one earlier. Wait, hold on. I'm going to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 attacks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, a million skills. So the real challenge is finding an attack. We do get attacks from dead range. Yeah, I think Berserk is probably good. Getting extra energy is really good. We've got Chemical X and Whirlwind, so any extra energy tends to turn into damage pretty easily. I don't know if I've ever picked a Berserk though I guess I have had a Berserk in my deck before. It's okay with orange pellets. Yeah, it's up against Exhume though. Exhume is like pretty significant with apparitions. I just realized that this deck contains Mayhem Second Wind Apparition, which is like the saddest combo of all time. Draw your apparitions and then throw them away. What a wacky deck we've got here. Yeah, I think I'll take the Berserk. The apparitions aren't super important. They're pretty important. We have other ways of blocking. We have like Second Wind and Entrench and lots of generated Dead Branch stuff. Yeah, see, now we don't want to pick an Energy Relic because the Energy Relics are not very fun. I guess, let's see. Yeah, Runic Dome plus Apparitions is suicide, right? You end up throwing your Apparitions out at the wrong time and dying. Sozu's actually pretty good. I think Sozu's probably the pick. I know you put out the troll face, but I'm here to tell you, Sozu's good. Extra energy is really nice. Lets us play the demon form. Helps us purge debuffs on turn 1. Black Star's nice. Yeah, exactly. So we can't find White Beast. We could find Potion Belt still, but... Yeah, I think it's probably Sozu. Maybe we don't care about what they're doing because we're doing so much crazy Dead Branch stuff. Like, if we find Corruption, then Runic Dome is nice. Thank you. Yeah, I used to work for Blizzard, so this is a shirt they give to everyone who does that. Yeah, so we haven't found Corruption yet. And I think if we find Corruption, Runic Dome is better. Because if you find Corruption, you're just like, whatever, play all the cards. You'll generate however much block you're generating. Sometimes it's enough, sometimes it's not. But it doesn't really matter what their intents are, so Runic Dome. But Sozu's more reliable, and we don't have Corruption right now, so I think Sozu's probably the pick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so generally I advise people not to build around Corruption Dead Branch, because a lot of people, like, see a Corruption and get really excited about the Corruption Dead Branch interaction. I tell people not to build around Corruption Dead Branch for 2 reasons. Number 1, it doesn't automatically win you the run. You can definitely still lose with a Corruption Dead Branch deck. Number 2 is, finding Dead Branch is actually really, really rare. So rare relics, there's a lot of them, and you only get a couple of them in the run. Yeah, Sir Art almost got it. So going into Act 3, Black Star has mostly fallen off in power. Black Star is great if you get it from like a Niao benefit. And then from Act 1 it's okay, but in Act 3, like, we're just not going to fight enough relics for it to be comparable to Sozu. It is possible that it's worth like 4 relics, but one of those relics is only going to be active in the heart fight. Alright. Sorry, I kind of cut myself off in the middle of that, but I hope that people understand. But we are definitely looking for Corruption here, despite the the warnings, because we once you have Dead Branch, you have the really, really rare part of it. You expect to see most rare cards in a run. Like, if you build around the rare card, like, you're not going to be disappointed too often. Like, you definitely miss rare cards sometimes. But you see quite a few of them. I guess I wouldn't say that you see most of them, but... how many rare cards do you see in a run? That's an interesting question. I don't know what the answer is. I think that's more of like a run history question than a like do the math about it right now question, but I am interested to know what the answer is. Okay, we're looking for fires and elites, I think. So, wait, 40 to 50 cards? What, you mean like card rewards? Oh, I see. Okay. So it seems like the path that has the most fires is this little, like one of these two. So we fight like one of these two elites first, go to one of these fires, go fight him. Off we go. We're skipping an elite, I guess. We're trading an elite for a fire. Maybe we want that shop. I guess we can decide once we get here. Okay, so which one of these guys we want to fight? I think this one. I think we want to go through these 2 question marks. Actually, question marks are pretty good. So let's start here. Whirlwind is not lethal. It is 66 damage. It's quite a bit. Not enough. Is Bash Whirlwind lethal? So Bash does 11 for 2, and then we Whirlwind for 4. These end up doing 16 each. 16 times 4 is 40 plus 24, which is 64. 64 plus 11 is 75. So it's more damage, but not enough still. Okay, so I think we're going to Apparition Bash Whirlwind. And then this one's lethal. An ancient potion that we can't have. Spot weakness is probably not good with Mayhem, and we already have some strength scaling, so I think that's out. Fire breathing, we don't really generate enough statuses for. Although the heart generates statuses, so that's always good for that. But the heart also has 800 health, so doing 6 damage is not super relevant in that fight. Sever Soul and Iron Wave are bad. Moving on. This is a great Whirlwind fight. No Whirlwind available. I guess we can look for it. Nope. Let's see. I think we're going to play Juggernaut and then one of the block cards and then Apparition. So put Bash back on top. Humble. Should have played the True Git before the... Oh no, actually I did that in more or less the correct order. Did I play Apparition first or Juggernaut first? Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's true. Sever Soul is an attack that synergizes with Dead Branch. However, we have a bunch of... God, I always forget about Purging Debuffs on turn 1. I don't think it matters with this fight because Whirlwind is so good, but I need to keep that in mind. Sever Soul is just kind of weak, though. It costs 2, so it's really expensive, and it does something that we already do in the deck. We have access to Second Wind already, and Second Wind is much better. Like, blocking for a ton for only 1 is way better than doing 20 damage. Sever Soul also just like doesn't scale very well with strength, because you spend 2 energy on getting 1 attack. So you want to be spending ideally 0 energy to get 6 attacks with the Mayhem Whirlwind is the idea of the deck. Obviously you can't pull that off all the time, but yeah, I would definitely take a Fiendfire. Fiendfire, so of the cards that exhaust cards in your hand, probably the best is Fiendfire, and then Second Wind, and then I think a distant third is Sever Soul. Sever Soul is quite a bit worse than the other 2. Bash versus Heavy Blade. I don't think it matters very much. Let's do it like this to make sure they both die to a hypothetical Whirlwind next turn. Okay, there's Whirlwind. Hits for 66 AoE. That kills everybody. So, there. How about that? Oh, why? I guess I didn't count his health good enough. I stopped thinking when I saw lethal, and I'm disappointed. Okay. Evolve plus? Pretty good against the heart. Why was it 8 per energy, not 11? Was it a generated Whirlwind or something? Oh, because I didn't have the starting strength. Yeah, duh. So Evolve gives me a power. Powers help me trigger orange pellets, although... Do we have more powers than attacks right now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so I've got 4 powers, 6 attacks. So more powers are more helpful for triggering orange pellets on turn 1 than more attacks is. Although Pummel is a hell of a card. 5 times strength. Pummel is a little bit awkward with Mayhem, because sometimes Mayhem plays Pummel on an inconvenient target before we have strength. But it's not really like a seriously bad thing. It's like a minor annoyance. Shrug It Off is also great, especially if we do find Corruption. Shrug It Off is going to be really amazing. Once you have Corruption Dead Branch, you want as many Shrug It Offs as you can find. But I think it's going to be Evolve here. We do generate 1 status. We generated Dazed. And plenty more statuses will be generated for us in Act 4 by the Act 4 elites and by the heart. So Evolve is just good. The first boss is Donudeka. I was fairly sure it was Donudeka, but I didn't even look at the last Act boss, so... Shouldn't be a... That's true, Donudeka also generate Evolve value. Can you run into Chosen in Act 3, or is Chosen only Act 2? I think Chosen's only Act 2. The shapes, the Repulsor generates dazes as well. Nemesis generates burns. Reptomancer generates wounds. A lot of statuses to go around. I'm not super confident that Evolve is a good pick, but I think it's worth putting in the deck. Find some potions, yay! Alright, we have no powers, so we can't do the thing, even though I'm thinking about it this time. Still can't do it. I guess we could generate a power with Shockwave or Apparition. Let's give that a shot. That's not a power, although it does actually work because we have the 3 strength currently. It also exhausts, so I guess I'll play it now. This could also generate a power, technically. And a 0-cost attack. Okay, fine. Wow. Okay. Gee. 20 damage cleave. We do take a little bit of damage back, but just 2. Take 2 damage to do 20 to all? Yeah, okay. Apparition Whirlwind. We still take, what, 10 damage back if we Whirlwind? Oh wait, no, because they die. He dies to the second one, he dies to the third one. Is that right? 34? Yeah. So we take 2 damage from him and 3 damage from him, so it's 5 total. And then 6 on the turn. I guess Seeing Red always goes first. And then Ghost Armor means we don't take any damage. Okay. Jesus, these limit breaks.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Yikes. This deck is scary. There's another shot at Sever Soul. 22 damage this time. Ooh. Sever Soul Plus should cost 1. Changed my mind. None of these are good, right? It's way too late for Searing Blow. Armaments has some value with the apparitions, but not enough to consider taking. And Body Slam is bad. Okay. I have totally forgotten what path I was intending on taking. Oh, that's right. I was going to go this way, so I have to fight this guy. Is that still true? Did anything change? I'm free of my pathing, right? Because we have the green check mark, so we can ignore. Hey, Mint Shock. Wow, it's been a while. How you been? We're getting 2 elites either way. Why did I want to go left? I said there was an extra fire, but there's a fire right here. I guess there's 2 extra fires. Ooh, very nice. It took me a surprisingly long time to get from, like, getting to Ascension 20 and clearing Ascension 20. It wasn't like the third boss was difficult. I was just, like, basically failing on Ascension 19 a bunch. I wish that the game gave you more of a good job when you, like, beat Ascension 20 with all characters. Because it has, like, a thing when you beat the heart with all characters, I think. But I don't think it has a thing when you beat Ascension 20 with all characters. Oh my god. Time Eater with a claw deck? I guess claws end up being pretty card efficient at the end of a fight. Whoa. That's quite a Time Eater fight. Yeah, I think I'll still go left. I don't know. What am I doing with these fires? Like, one of them I have to recall. I think that's why I focused on fires. Okay. Alright. So let's go left. Spire growth. Let's put an apparition into next turn. Hey, we found an attack. Okay, so we can purge our debuffs. I guess I'll trigger it first, just in case we find something fancy. Darn. Haha. Take that, turn 1. I figured it out. Seeing res first. You had a Chrysalis in your deck? 2 aggregate, whoa. Wait, you had 3 Seek pluses? How the hell did you get 3 Seek pluses? I don't remember who it was at this point because it was a while ago, but somebody was in my chat claiming that Blasphemy was the best card in the game. I think Seek Plus is better than Blasphemy. Seek Plus is so nuts. That's true, Purging is good here. Also just like playing Juggernaut is good. And I guess I'll play Bash. I guess we're not perfecting the fight no matter what we do. Maybe Bloodletting Havoc does something interesting. Could play Whirlwind. Is playing Whirlwind good or bad? It does some pretty good damage. Could play Demon Form. I'm willing to pay 1 health for the chance of playing Demon Form. Yeah, we paid 0 net health, right? Because we paid 1 health to get the energy, but he was going to hit us for 1. Okay. I don't know about Omniscience Plus. I don't think Omniscience Plus is in that conversation. What the fuck? What? Endless gets so weird. I've never actually played Endless. But man, it sounds like some crazy stuff happens in there. Heavy Blade does more damage per energy than Whirlwind slightly. So we'll play that. There's a free demon form. We could play Brutality just to purge debuffs. I don't know if that's actually really necessary. Oh wait, we don't have an attack either. Maybe this generates one. It does. That's always happening. You think the big issue with Seek and Omniscience is you have not drawn what you want to seek out. Draw or siege. Yeah, but like, it almost never happens that like you draw Seek and you don't have like a card that you want. And Seek is good at the part of the fight where you're the weakest, which is the beginning, which is really valuable. The person who was arguing for Blasphemy was saying like it helps you a ton in hallway fights, but it also helps you in boss fights, and that like makes it unique in that it's like a whatever versatile win condition. But I don't know. I feel like Seek helps you a lot more in the heart fight than Blasphemy does. And Seek helps you in hallway fights too, right? There's no weakness for Seek. Seek is just like an all-around excellent card. I don't think we really need to purge debuffs, and I don't want to pay 1 health to play Brutality. But I guess that means I have to play Flame Barrier to block, even though it's only blocking for 1 instead of Sword Boomerang. Whatever. It'll be fine. Whirlwind seems pretty lethal. Hey! That's not nice. Is there Bloodletting in the deck? Or do we just generate one? Yeah, we just generate one. That's rude. Okay, well this is lethal, so it doesn't matter. We're healing it anyway. Second Flame Barrier's good. Man, we never found Corruption. Looks like we're not getting it at this point. The first Flame Barrier, I was like, I should pick it because Corruption. Flame Barrier is good with Corruption, but that has not happened so far. Do we need Flame Barrier? Are we ready for this elite fight? Which elite fights are the scariest? Probably like Giant Head, honestly, like because our apparitions run out and we scale kind of slowly. Wait, you can like do endless runs and then like put stuff in the wall? That's crazy. Wait, what if you could do an endless run and get like a plus 100 Searing Blow and then put that in the wall? It seems like that would be like the strategy if you want to like break a speedrun record is to like I guess you'd want I guess Whirlwind Plus is probably better than Searing Blow plus 100, unfortunately. Is Flame Barrier better than Skip? I think Flame Barrier is not better than Skip. I think Skip gives me a higher density of whirlwinds and stuff. I don't think we need Flame Barrier. Okay. Retromancer. No, it's just Reptomancer. There's no R. There's no second R. There's no middle R. There's a second R and an R, but none in the middle. Mayhem seems great, but we should probably play Warcry Trigger first to see what's up. What do we want to do? We could put the Apparition back on top. I think we can block out this turn with True Grit and Trench. Yeah, let's do that. Turn 2's scary. An attack, okay. Snake Lady. That's true. Snake Lady. Hey, we found an Exhume. That's right, I remember. That's why I kept an attack. Also, don't forget to purge sounds like horrible advice for a cheerleader or something. Alright. No! Second wind? Why? I needed those. Okay. Well, we could Shockwave Whirlwind. Does that work? It's to weaken her and then kill all the daggers. So Whirlwinding for even 0 would kill most of the daggers. The only one that wouldn't is this one. What do you mean by Appa? Oh, you mean Apparition, I see. I guess I could play Feel No Pain Shockwave Whirlwind. I like getting Feel No Pain down. Extra Whirlwind. How nice. Oh. Mayhem. Never change. Seeing Red should happen. I guess Uppercut Carnage are the cards that do the stuff. Oh, that's true. I could have just played the second Whirlwind. Oh my god. Yes, you guys are totally right. I just spaced on that. I totally forgot I had Chemical X. You're 100% correct. That was just missed it. Demon Form is in my hand. It looks like we don't really need Demon Form for this fight, since we have Whirlwind is already hitting for, what, 16? 16 times 7 is a very large number. It's 70 plus 18, which is 88. So she's already almost dead. I guess we could just, like, Warcry something back on top. We could Warcry the Carnage on top. Yeah, let's Warcry the Carnage on top. I think that's lethal. Oh, I miscounted somehow. We have an Ice Cream now. 77 plus 33, I don't think it's the right way of thinking about it. So it was 16 times 7. I'm not sure. Wait, what? Because it's set 11 on the card, so 16 was the damage after vulnerable. But did I just do the, like, 16 times 7 wrong? Yeah, I did. It's just 112. 16 times 7. I ended up doing 70 plus 18 for reasons that completely escaped me. 70 plus 18 is like part of 16 times 7 and part of 16 times 3. I don't know where I got the 16 times 3 from. But whatever. Sentinel is good with Ice Cream, right? We don't have a ton of ways to exhaust other cards. We've just got the Second Wind and the True Grit. Right? Because we don't have Corruption or Fiendfire or anything fun. Intimidate costs 0. Gotta feed. It seems like we're pretty okay on 44 health, although we can just, like, randomly die to Spire Elites with that total. So it would be nice to get a feed, although the same reason was passed on the last feed and the Ritual Dagger still applies. It's hard to control when we end fights. Yeah, Mayhem Calendar. Good luck feeding on people. Intimidate seems really, really good. Why am I so attracted to Intimidate? I don't think there's a reasonable reason to want Intimidate here. Because I already have the Shockwave, right? Intimidate says Exhaust on it, and that's kind of cool. I also want to pick the Sentinel. I think the right answer here is skip, but it's really hard for me to not pick that button or that button or that button. It's really tough for me to pilot a deck that's functioning really well and be like, and resist the urge to be like, ooh, but what about that interaction? Like, I could do that thing too. But, like, every time you try to do that thing too, you make the core thing that the deck is doing worse, right? So we should skip. Doniduk is the first boss. There are 2. Upgrading seems okay. Apparition, Seeing Red, Shockwave, and Heavy Blade I think are the sort of top tier. We don't care about artifacts. We don't really apply that many. Pretty much Shockwave is the only thing. Is Heavy Blade upgrade necessary? I'm not sure. It seems like most of the damage is from Whirlwind. Like, honestly, card removing Heavy Blade seems like an option. After the strike, obviously, but... I think we're just going to recall here. We're at full health, so maybe we'll have a more important thing to do later. Alright. It is Mind Bloom. We could go all the way to full health. Oh, wait. Upgrading all cards is nice. Not being able to heal is problematic. We're probably not into that. It would hit 2 apparitions. I was just talking about how all the cards I wanted to upgrade. What is the upgrade for Berserk? Meaningless. Warcry's got a nice upgrade. Heavy Blade. Seeing Red's got a meaningful upgrade. Shockwave. Bash. Defend. I don't know. I don't think there's any way we're not picking War, which is almost always the correct choice. Hexaghost is a jerk. Okay, so we want to save our... we want to remove our strength down, I think. So we either have to play Evolve, and then one of the 2 skills and then an attack, or Demon Form, one of the 2 skills and attack. Demon Form costs me 2 procs of Whirlwind, which costs me 22 damage. But it gets me Strength later, so let's do that. Let's just get rid of the Entrench. Evolve is good in this fight, though. Okay, Apparition is happening. Defend is happening. Reconstruct is happening. Mayhem is happening. And then I guess Whirlwind for the last bit. Okay. We can Berserk and Purge. Just kidding, we can't. Unless this says so, and it doesn't. I guess we could draw an attack. I guess we should try it because we have lots of energy. Juggernaut Metallics is fun. And I guess I'll Purge debuffs. And play an unnecessary apparition. Ah, oh, crap. Should have played the... Darn it. Could have kept 2 strength. Always missing stuff. Got the order wrong. Bash Heavy Blade Sword Boomerang is probably lethal. 20 damage plus 75 plus 66. 75 plus 66 is 141. Plus 30 is 171. That seems lethal. Cool. Okay. Buy Hexaghost. Champion Belt. Okay. Sure. Shrug It Off Plus is nice. Where's my corruption? Have I not earned a corruption, Slay the Spire? Give me the corruption. I'll take a Shrug It Off Plus, sure. I think we have to take Sapphire Key here. Singing Bowl would be really nice, but this is our potentially last shot at Sapphire Key, so let's grab it. Yeah, so this signature is definitely good on Ironclad. I was talking about this being a decision point earlier, where we could choose either Fire Elite or Extra Elite. And it seems like if we're at full health and we are not desperate for any upgrades, we should choose 2 Elites. So let's do that. We could get our corruption here as well. Excitement. Oh crap, it's Giant Head. We can keep our... We can purge our debuffs here, which is nice. So let's do that. And Heavy Blade does more damage per energy than Whirlwind, so we should play both. Which means we necessarily play Heavy Blade first. Okay. Kind of a waste of a apparition. But I guess, whatever. Probably playing Mayhem. I guess let's trigger the Burning Pact. Doesn't seem super useful here. And Apparition to block for 3. Oh my god, I just lost my demon form. Uh-oh. This is very problematic. Let's get a new card for this. That's, I guess, some strength. I'll take it. It looks like we're getting there. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a hard fight. I did not know we were going to get Mayhem Second Wind killing Demon Form here. That's pretty problematic. Okay. Let's play Seeing Red. Maybe we'll get like a Juggernaut Entrenched thing or something. The Spire giveth, the Spire also taketh away. We could dual wield our Reckless Charge. Doesn't seem helpful. I think we're going to keep the Apparition just for when he starts attacking for more. Remove Second Wind to the shop. Oh my gosh, you've gotten very much the wrong idea about how good Second Wind is in this deck. That's Second Wind is a tremendously good card. We will not be removing it at the shop. Uh-oh. Getting hit for 33 here. Offering causes a shuffle. Okay. So we can Whirlwind for 23 times 11. That's 220 plus 33 is 253, right? 253, not quite as high as 270. But Heavy Blade and Sword Boomerang both do more damage per energy than Whirlwind. So there's a good chance if we play both of these, we do have lethal. Heavy Blade does more total damage, so we should play Sword Boomerang first, right? Wait. 29 versus 8 times 3 is 24, yeah. So Heavy Blade does more damage, so we'll do it first. Although there might be... Sword Boomerang has the potential to round 3 times, whereas Heavy Blade only rounds once. 24 versus 29, though, is 5 different, so there's no way the rounding could make Heavy Blade better. Okay, so Sword Boomerang first, and then Heavy Blade. And then 8 times 27 is a lot. I'm gonna guess that's lethal. No, I'm not. Sorry. 27 times 8 is 160 plus... Yeah, it's definitely lethal. Okay. Cool. We got through it. Nunchaku is actually very helpful. Impervious is great. Man, I was not a huge believer in that Chemical X when I bought it, but that has been just massive. Unlike the stupid Dreamcatcher, which is not procced once in the run. Impervious seems great. Is there any reason to not pick Impervious? Mayhem does play it sometimes when it is inappropriate. We also just had 9 energy that turn, so... I'm not sure. Wait, how did we get 9 energy? Oh, Ice Cream? Yeah, Ice Cream Chemical X is happening. I didn't realize that. We have a lot of Whirlwind potential in this run. Somehow this, like, I just realized that. Yeah. Nunchaku, I guess, but, yeah. Okay. Do you have Corruption for me? No. Cauldron is useless. Letter Opener is probably not good enough to buy. We could buy a second Mayhem or Havoc. Potions are off the table. Could card remove the last strike. Seems good. Although we are having a little bit of trouble proccing our orange pellets on turn 1. So maybe strike is good. Boy, this is a terrible shop. Just totally useless. We have Sozu, so this one's just a total miss. It has a strike dummy in it. Letter opener. Letter opener is really good in Act 1, and outside of Act 1, not super useful. Just a total bust. Yeah, Double Mayhem is probably good. It is fairly expensive. I could consider going to another shop just to try and find corruption one more time. But I think I'll probably just go to the elite for that. Especially since it's guaranteed not to be Giant Head, who is probably the scariest one. Yeah, I think fine is the correct word. Yeah, it's like, it's best against Gremlin Leader, clearly. Doesn't do much against Book of Stabbing. I think we're card removing and passing. And then looking for corruption in the Act 4 shop. Okay. Maybe we remove a defend. I think I kind of like removing a defend. Maybe remove entrench. Entrench is sometimes not useful. Yeah, let's just remove a defend. I wouldn't say we're having trouble proccing pellets. Proccing pellets isn't like a super important part of the deck, but it's not happening every time. It's Reptomancer again. Reptomancer. I've learned my lesson. Seeing red's pretty much always first. I got excited about Juggernaut Sever Soul for a second, but that's not how Juggernaut works. It has to be second wind. Flameberry does most of the job blocking out. I guess Apparition is probably happening too. I guess I'll play Apparition now. Apparition to block for 5, really? Yes. So, I think it's Apparition, Juggernaut, Heavy Blade, because we need to proc orange pellets. I guess it could be either Heavy Blade or Sever Soul. Doesn't really matter. I guess Sever Soul exhausts Flame Barrier that could give us something good, maybe? Heavy Blade does more damage. Oh wait, Heavy Blade kills one of them. Should do Heavy Blade. Okay. Hey, there's Whirlwind. We can't play Whirlwind and then Second Wind, although I don't know why I would want to. Only block available here is Second Wind to block for 8. And, I do see that the number is higher than last time I checked. I don't currently see any packets dropping. Is everybody still experiencing packet loss? Because I don't see any. It is possible there's a problem with Twitch. Okay, so let's play Second Wind and hope that Mayhem gives us something big. Yeah, I think there must be a problem with Twitch, because I am not dropping any packets. Okay, so let's see what this gives us. An offering. Alright, offering to find more block seems good. Power Through, okay. So Power Through does most of the blocking of Reptomancer. Yeah, that's so weird, because people were complaining, but I didn't see any packet loss, so don't know what to tell you. Must be a Twitch problem. Do we block for 6? She's shooting for 32. Yeah, I might as well block for more. And then we're skipping Deep Inform to Whirlwind, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean to construe you as though you were whining. I just meant I was seeing complaints come in about the frame losses. Sure. I guess I should play this to draw a card. Could have gotten an extra copy of Bash, I guess. Don't know why I would want that. Alright. Give me another Whirlwind? No. Berserk is nice. It's always getting played. There's the Whirlwind. Let's True Grit the Twin Strike. Get another Twin Strike. Excellent. And then defend Whirlwind. I guess I should have played the Warcry first if I wanted to do that. Because then I would have gotten the Field Note Band, then I could have blocked more. Alright, let's get some strength, see what we can get, and seems like a lot of damage. Twin Strike is actually probably, yeah, Twin Strike is more damage per energy, so I'll play that instead of one of the Whirlwind procs. Okay. Coming into the home stretch here, Whirlwind is lethal. A floor 46 Maw-Bank, my absolute favorite. Second Shrug It Off is available. I mean, if I had a corruption, yeah, but I'm definitely not getting a corruption at this point. Or it looks increasingly unlikely. Having just removed a defend from the deck, I'm not sure. Shrug It Off is a good idea. Sword Boomerang is okay. It's a good way to pay off strength, but we're about to go fight Donu Deka and Spire elites, in which case both of them, it's pretty useful to be able to target your attacks. So I don't think Sword Boomerang is the biggest addition to the deck. I think we're just gonna skip here. Am I really skipping a Shrug It Off? Yes, I'm really skipping a Shrug It Off. Okay. Alright. Purple Bonfire Spirits. We could get some max HP, get some healing, and get rid of... Maybe not. Oh, Entrench. Yeah, we get rid of Entrench. Where you at, Entrench? Yeah, goodbye. We didn't get the max HP, but... Yeah, I know. I know about him. I was only listing the attacks that were where not being able to target your attacks is bad. Although I guess technically Awaken 1 does qualify for that as well. Ending your turn with Whirlwind against Writhing Mass is super scary because we could end up getting parasited. But I think that's just a risk we're gonna have to take because I'm not skipping 22 damage to, or more than that. I'm not skipping that much damage. Okay. Now it is exactly 22 damage that we'd be skipping. No, it's slightly more, because it's be 22 plus 2... Oh wait, but then this is more damage? This is confusing, because it's more damage per energy than Whirlwind, but then he gets to proc Malleable twice, so it's actually 7 damage less than that. So it does 16 damage, but then minus 7, so it only does 11. So it ends up being exactly the same damage as Whirlwind. Which is very confusing. I'll just do this and hope it works out. Alright. Let's do it again, I guess. I don't think I need a demon form here. And we can even defend at the end. Neat. Alright, so now he wants to curse. Probably just want to attack once, so the Heavy Blade, because it hits harder. We could headbutt back a Whirlwind for most likely lethal. But then he changes stances, or changes intentions. Yeah, there's like no cards here that get lethal next turn, so I would like to get lethal next turn. And hopefully he decides not to curse. Great. Is this lethal? 77 damage? Seems super lethal. Okay. Another shot at Combust. No, I think these are all too bad. Pummel's interesting. The strength scaling comes online really slowly, so I feel like we'd end up skipping Pummel the first time we see it. But we do need more attacks in the deck, I guess. So I'll pick it. I feel really silly pummeling on turn 1 to get orange pellets, but I will still do it. Alright, we get an upgrade. Last upgrade of Act 3. Seeing Red, Apparition. Seem like the top tier ones. Maybe Shockwave. Actually, I think Heavy Blade maybe gets it here. Seeing Red, Apparition, Heavy Blade. Maybe Pummel. Yeah, we need to hit really hard during boss fights. The Donu Dekas start really fast, so I don't anticipate us holding too many apparitions, so the apparition upgrade isn't that valuable. And I keep meaning to upgrade Seeing Red, but it's good on its own. We don't really need it upgraded. So I'll take the Heavy Blade upgrade. Okay, we managed to save both potions ever since the end of Act 2. Now comes the end game when they start to pay off. No powers available, so we can't keep the strength, unfortunately. Unless we generate a power, which could happen with Pummel or Apparition's Exhaust. Spot Weakness is nice. Spot Weakness does not exhaust itself. I'll exhaust Pummel looking for a power. Oh, we found one. I should have... I'm actually going to no, I did it, the way I did it was reasonable. I played the Spot Weakness to get the extra damage off of Pummel. It hurts, but I did it intentionally, so I'm not going to rewind it. Alright, Mayhem should happen. We're cracking orange pellets this turn with Berserk, which seems great. So let's just play the stuff. Hey! Look at that. The game's rewarding me for not messing with time. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I was thinking I could do both, but you're right, I can't. Seeing Red always happens. Looks like we need to block out Honestly this turn. So let's start doing that with Juggernaut Shrug It Off. And Shrug It Off again. And then probably True Grit Evolve. Let's get rid of the Shockwave. We're not getting through the artifact charges in this fight. Play the Evolve. Let's see. Warcry could put a Dazed or Ascender's Bane in the hand, so I'll do it. Okay. Demon Form seems good. Demon Form, Apparition, Whirlwind. We could defend to save 2 health. I think doing 13 AoE damage is more important. Aha, our Blood for Blood is free. Didn't we get rid of Entrench? How are we still hitting Mayhem into Entrench? I guess we just generated one. Stupid. Okay. Blood for Blood's always happening on Donu. Probably going to play Impervious Flame Barrier. Block for 44. He's hitting for 36. Let's do Impervious first. See what we get. A Whirlwind. Oh ho ho. Maybe we're skipping Flame Barrier then. We could just Whirlwind now. This actually blocks for 5 though. I think 5 health is probably worth 13 AoE damage. I think we're stopping Donu from attacking next turn probably either way. So I'll try and keep the health. Oh, I should have Whirlwinded the and then done it. I didn't realize Nunchaku was proccing. Do we want to draw a card? We could draw a Whirlwind. There's some dazes in there. I'll go ahead and draw a card. Oh, Thunderspan. Great. Oh, good point. I should have saved the energy. Alright. Whirlwind. I guess spot weakness before we Whirlwind. I haven't been paying attention to the ice cream because I've been spending all my energy Whirlwinding every turn. Heavy Blade hits for 94. So we can Heavy Blade there, and still have enough energy to Whirlwind them both to death. I think dual wielding a Whirlwind is probably a good idea. And this is lethal. Okay, great. Didn't even need to. Sure. Time Eater. Okay. Our main weapon against Time Eater is Demon Form. We can just block out and wait for Demon Form to do stuff. This turn we should save our 3 strength. We have to waste an apparition to save 3 strength. Seems wrong. We could pummel and try and find a skill. But we're gonna Whirlwind anyway, and it's kind of a waste of a card. I think we'll just let an apparition go. They're not super important in this fight. It's hard to get them to line up. Okay, so we want to purge debuffs here with Berserk, Shrug, Heavy Blade. And I guess defend. Apparition Whirlwind takes us up to 9 on the clock. Not super confident next turn will be good with only 3 cards, but it's possible he's not attacking. And I need to get some damage in. We're gonna let Carnage exhaust from hand. Bludgeon, okay. Seeing red, not super appealing in a hand with against Time Lord. So I think we're gonna Flame Barrier, True Grit, the Seeing Red, and then Bash to finish the cycle. But let's see what we get first. Ghostly Armor. Ghostly Armor does block. There are no Whirlwinds left, so him being vulnerable is not super valuable. Ghostly Armor lets me save an energy and health. Yeah. We probably need to save an energy for next turn. We have Demon Form coming up. Although we are on 5 energy, so it's probably not a big deal. Stixu, I'm not sure if you're suggesting that I would stop now, but that seems really unwise, because he's at 11 on the clock, so I'd only get 1 card next turn. So if I drew, like, Demon Form, I'd have to be like, Demon Form, don't kill me. Drat. Is Mayhem good in this fight? I think this is one of the one of the only fights in the game where Mayhem is just bad. I just don't want to play it. Because it forces me to play cards, and sometimes it forces me to play cards I don't want to play. Really unfortunate draw here. Missing the Evolve and the Demon Form. I guess I can just save all the energy and end up having a really big Whirlwind in a second. I think I'll play Mayhem anyway. Yeah, getting Mayhem on a Whirlwind with 10 energy is just too good. An extra demon form. Okay. Okay, so he's hitting for 33. I would like to block for most of that. We're always playing demon form. I think we're always playing flex, too. And we're always playing that strike. Good thing we left that in the deck. I guess we're not always playing it. We could shrug it off into another attack, but... So let's play the demon form. And see what we draw with this. Okay, he's got his triple attack going, so we should probably Flame Barrier. And I think we have to exhaust the demon form, because he puts slimes in the deck, so I don't want to skip Evolve. So we're going to exhaust the other demon form. Disarm is great. Okay, so I just think we just play all three of these. That puts us at 10 on the clock, though. That's pretty gross. Actually, wait, let's strike first. And see how much he's actually attacking for. Yeah, he's only hitting for 21 right now. It does not. So I originally thought what you just suggested. Yeah, I thought that it used all the energy, but I think any card you play with Mayhem doesn't take any energy, including Whirlwind. So if we got up to 20 energy, and Mayhem played a Whirlwind off the top, it would just Whirlwind for 22, and then we would still have 20 energy, which is insane. I think I'm going to play both Clock Be Damned. Wait a minute. No, if I play both, I have one card to play next turn. Because Mayhem's going to play one. Alright, so I'm going to play just the Disarm and not the Evolve. Despite my high-minded rhetoric. Oh, it played Impervious. That's convenient. Okay, so I want to play two cards. And Shaku's not proccing. We could play Whirlwind and then Warcry. Because one of the cards should definitely be Whirlwind. Maybe can we headbutt a different Whirlwind? No, there's no other Whirlwind here. We could headbutt back the Evolve. 15 times 4, that's 60. And then Whirlwind's hitting for 24 times currently 8. But it would be 7. 24 times 7 is a big number, but it's not lethal. 24 times 7 is... Oh wait, we're talking Stone Calendar this turn too. Maybe we can get there? Yeah, if we draw the other Whirlwind, I think we do get there. With Pummel Whirlwind. Let's go to shot. He might heal for a bunch here, unfortunately. It's pretty close to lethal. I didn't think it was going to be that close. Yep, okay. Neat. Keep going, Mabank. We got you. Mayhem killing Time Lord. I love that. Almost full health here, so it looks like we're getting another upgrade. I'm kind of embarrassed about how I've only gotten to one Apparition Plus, but it doesn't really seem like they're necessary. They're pretty good against the Heart, though. There's definitely turns against the Heart when you don't want to play one of your Apparitions. But, like, we also have Mayhem, so we can't really control when our cards get played. Let's do Seeing Red. Let's lean into the Ice Cream thing. Seems like that's the strongest thing the deck does. Alright. Still no Corruption. Calipers. Do we ever proc Calipers? We have, like, Second Wind. Calipers is also just, like, good against the heart. I don't know if we generate enough block for it to really matter, but maybe we do. Calipers was better back when we had Entrench. I mean, I don't know how else I'm spending 420 gold, right? It's like, buy this and a card remove and metallicize or something. Seems terrible. We can't afford Calipers card remove, can't afford Calipers Warpaint. Can we afford Calipers metallicize? Almost, but no. Can't buy potions. Yeah, pretty much Calipers is the only thing that does anything. I guess, what does Warpaint do? What's the best case scenario for Warpaint? Could do 2 defends. Could do 2 apparitions. That's kind of the... covers the spread there, I think. Impervious is fine. There's not a lot of upgrades to do, so I think it's pretty likely to hit a defend. Do we ever take Discovery? Discovery could get us like a power if we need to proc orange pellets or something. Or an attack. So the alternative to Calipers is like Warpaint, Discovery, card remove. It's not terrible. What are we card removing if we card remove? Probably the Strike. Especially if we're buying Discovery. Alright, it's just Calipers. Okay. We could buy these, but they're all bad. Burning Pack is probably the closest one, but I think we'd rather just not draw cards and let Ice Cream build up. Okay. Let's try not to die. Impervious Whirlwind is fun. It doesn't quite block out. We still take like 2 damage or something. Maybe this is the Dex Pot fight. No power available. We can Whirlwind and then Second Wind. We should, if we're gonna play Impervious Second Wind Whirlwind, we should play Impervious Whirlwind Second Wind, because we have Nunchaku proccing, but I agree. I want to exhaust cards and look for powers to try and save the 3 strength, but maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Unless this is a power. Oops, Seeing Red. It's a power! Okay, Seeing Red into Seeing Red. I guess that's allowed to happen, technically. Checked the rule book. Works out. Okay, so we're gonna Whirlwind Second Wind here. Okay, Apparition's a lifesaver here. An extra metallicize, I'll take it. It's better than saving an energy, I think. Ooh, we could play Havoc. What does Havoc do? Could hit Whirlwind, Demon Form, a lot of good stuff. Okay. Ooh, do I want to play Anger? 8 damage, but the downside is another Anger. If we don't get... Yeah, I don't think I want to play Anger. Alright, probably need to turn around Second Wind. None of these cards turn around, so I think we're going to Burning Pact to try and find one that does. We do have a Daze, so we could play the Evolve and then Burning Pact a Daze to try and draw an extra card, or an extra 2 cards. That seems reasonable. We found Mayhem. We still didn't find a way of turning around. Unless we have Lethal? No, this is only 60 damage. So we're gonna get beaten up here. Unless True Grit finds a way to turn around, I guess. What are we targeting with True Grit? Also, it's an unupgraded True Grit, so we might not get to... might not get an outcome we like. Yeah, hitting Whirlwind is always going to be an option if we're looking for a turnaround. And if it does hit Whirlwind and it doesn't get a power, then we can't play Berserk because we might stay vulnerable. So I think the right play here is Mayhem True Grit and like hope it hits Berserk. Or defend. Just not the Whirlwind. Okay, alright, that's fine. Please give me a way to turn around. Nope. Alright, well we have played all the card types. We will play that. Are we dead? Maybe I should have drank the deck spot that turn. Yep, we're dead. Shoot. Darn. Yeah, we died with like several apparitions still in the deck. Yeah, that was a good run. Finding no way to turn around is just brutal. And I guess we removed most of our ways of turning around from the deck. Like, how many ways of turning around did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 ways of turning around. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate. I've never had a deck die to not being able to turn around before. It's sort of a novel experience. I guess I guess Dead Branch generates a lot of ways to turning around. This is honestly so many Dead Branch decks die in Act 4 because you're just like, oh no, my inconsistency is showing. Because I guess I can't accuse Dead Branch of being too bad in that fight because it was we got some card into two copies of Seeing Red into a power on turn 1, so that was pretty nuts. But we didn't survive the third turn. We had 2 apparitions in the deck. We were definitely outs. We could have won that easily, but it was not in the cards this time. Well, I had a really fun fight that I wanted to call out at the end, but I forgot what it was. I think it was before the Act 3 boss fights. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was a really fun run. Ice Cream, Chemical X, and Whirlwind Plus. It's a really fun little combo. Kind of played like one of those speedrun decks, just playing Whirlwind Plus to kill people. Demon Form never paid off great. The fights were always over a little bit too soon. But we got Mayhem from Niao, and it played Second Wind, and got rid of our Demon Form, and all kinds of silly shenanigans. Very fun one.